Hello, Comic Army. My name is Chris the Comic Vet. Happy New Comic Book Day. I'm parked outside my LCS Retro Rocket Comics. Let's head inside and see what books just got released. Welcome inside Retro Rocket Comics, everyone. Let's take a look at some of their new releases that got dropped today. I see we have a new Power Pack. That's right here. New Punisher. New Resurrection of Magneto, issue number 1, with a very cool Christopher variant. New Immortal Thor. New Daredevil Black Armor. Marvel Gods. Thrawn Alliances. Looks like we have an X-Men 4 facsimile that's been released today. And I see new Superior Spider-Man issue number 3. Let's take a look at DC over here. We have a new Harley, new Flash with issue number 5. Amazon's in the back there with issue number 4. New Power Girl. I believe Power Girl has a few nice variants. Oh, that one is gorgeous. We have a new Titans Beast World. Looks like that cover is by John Jang. Yeah. Very nice. Let's take a look at some of the indies that got dropped today. Probably the most exciting one is Ghost Machine, issue 1. We have a new Dracula, Invasive Gargoyles. Alright, let's see what's on the pull list. Hello, Comic Army. I hope you enjoyed that moment inside Retro Rocket Comics, my LCS, which is located in Cambridge, Ontario. Make sure that you give them a follow across all their social media platforms. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, I've often said, I hope that you develop a relationship with your LCS owner the way that I have. And just to let you know, Chris at Retro Rocket Comics is an incredibly kind guy. He's often hanging out in people's live streams right across the YouTube comic community. And often Chris sometimes surprises me with books that just says, hey, this is for you. I thought of you. And again, this week he's done that. So before I get into my pretty large pull list, I just want to spotlight a couple books that Chris has given me for my own PC out of the kindness of his heart. The first one is this incredible Jenny Frison cover of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 1. And so there was a colored version that he was kind enough to give me previously, but now there's this very nice black and white cover that he's added to my Frison collection. So Chris, thank you for this. This is really, really nice. And the other book, which is a book I hope that everyone who's watching this video has read. This is the Whatnot special printing of We Live, issue number 1. Now, I'll put a cover of We Live right here, but this very special printing of We Live number 1 is going to be pretty special to me, because We Live is arguably one of the best stories that it's ever been written and illustrated and musically performed in the last 5 years. If you read We Live, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, please rush out and get the trade of We Live by the Miranda Brothers. It is such a special story. It's one of those stories that actually moved me to tears, and there hasn't been that many in my life when it comes to comic books, but We Live just did that. So Chris, thank you so much for this very special printing of We Live number 1 by the Miranda Brothers. So let's get into my pull list. And as always, I start with Spider-Man. So this week we have issue number 4 of McGill O'Hara Spider-Man 2099. So I wasn't sure that I was going to enjoy this particular run, but I'm really liking it. And I kind of recommend it to everyone. This one represents Beware, a new killer, Terror Inc. for 2099. So that is the monster, or in this case, Monster Corps, that they're going to be dealing with for this issue. And I believe issue 5 is going to have Man-Thing. So yeah, McGill O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. This weekly series, this is issue number 4. A book that I'm presuming almost everyone has pulled is issue number 6 from Al Ewing's The Immortal Thor, with this gorgeous cover by Alex Ross, the master, of course. Now, I'm not dedicating this book to be my cover of the week. Stay tuned for that one. But this has been a good read so far. It can be better. So Magneto returns with another issue, or I should say, Magneto returns with a new issue number 1. And I want to give the proper title, The Resurrection of Magneto, number 1. And I went with the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space cover. Apologies for the glare. But yeah, a very nice copy. This book will be tossed into the Comic Army box. Now, the Comic Army box is a giveaway that I do the first Wednesday of every month for channel members. And if you're interested in becoming a channel member, all you have to do is go down below, hit that join button. And for a few shekels a month, there are a lot of perks that come to being a fan of this particular channel. This is one book that will be tossed in amongst with others for the first week of February. Here's my cover of the week. It is the variant cover for Thrawn Alliances, issue number 1. I thought this was just fantastic. The likeness on Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader is excellent. Really, really like it. Thrawn looks good too. But yeah, this is my cover of the week. Now, some people are going to say there are other issues or whatever, but for me, this is the one. I just really enjoy how the light catches Anakin's face from the one side, and Thrawn is menacing as normal. But yeah, Thrawn Alliances, issue number 1. Give it a read. Now, another book that's going in the Comic Army box, surprise, surprise, is this incredible variant of X-Men 14, done by Miguel Mercado from Comic Illuminati, featuring X-23 on the cover. So this book also will be tossed into the Comic Army box giveaway, which will be the first Wednesday in February on Show Us What You Got, which goes live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Wednesday, which is a new Comic Book Day hangout where it's an open invitation for any member in the comic book community to come on to show what new comic books they picked up, whether it's books for New Comic Book Day or books that are new to their PC. Let's switch to some independents. A book that I've been reading right since issue number 1 is Chip Zdarsky's New Bern. This is New Bern issue 14. New style of cover. Interesting that they moved the trade dress across his face there. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into New Bern. Also, you know, the best deal in comic books belong to Todd McFarlane's books. Just a $2.99 US cover price. But this is Spawn 349. Again, Todd McFarlane really hasn't had that much to do with Spawn for about 35 issues. A book I'm presuming also everyone's going to be picking up is Ghost Machine issue number 1. So this thick book, I went with this particular cover. I believe this is the Gary Frank cover. Yeah, let's just see if it's a wraparound book. No, it's not. But yeah, Ghost Machine number 1. We'll see what this is. Crystal Retroactive Comics, flip through it a little bit. We have multiple different stories and some bios on characters that are going to be introduced to the Ghost Machine universe. But here we are. Issue number 1 from Image. A book that I've been singing the praises of for a few months now is Richard Blake's Hexagon Bridge. This is issue number 5 with the sci-fi story, and I believe this is the final issue. Now, if that's true, there's a lot of things that kind of need to be wrapped up in this issue, or we're going to be getting another volume. So much so that if it all gets wrapped up in this issue, I hope it doesn't get all convoluted up and just overkill to be finished for the sake of having a story finished, because it has been excellent. Jenny Frison time. Jenny Frison released a variant cover this month for Harley Quinn issue 35, and you know that I'm a big Jenny Frison fan, so I went and picked it up, and I really like this one. This is actually one of her better Harleys in the last little bit. So yeah, this is very nice. And this is actually, if I had the opportunity to see Jenny Frison to get an autograph, this would probably be one of the candidates, because across her arm here would be a great signing spot in silver or white. Yeah, happy to have this in my Frison PC. Last but not least is a DC title that I feel you should be reading, and it is, of course, Ram V's Detective Comics. This is Detective Comics 1081. It has been really, really good. You should be reading it, especially if you're a Batman fan. I actually think Detective Comics has been better than Zdarsky's normal flagship Batman title. Prove me wrong. But that's it, Comic Army. That's my new comic book day haul. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you lasted this long, please make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that you're subscribed, and go ahead and leave a comment. Do you agree with me that Thrawn Alliances is cover of the week, or something different? Because there have been a lot of nice covers that I just showed you. Anyone could be cover of the week. And please consider joining the Comic Army by becoming a channel member. Until we see you again, Comic Army, take care. Channel memberships are now live. $4.99 monthly gives you the opportunity to win the Comic Army monthly prize pack, early access to videos, custom emojis for live streams and videos. Your Comic Army rank will be displayed beside your name for length of service. You get the ability to join the exclusive Instagram chat room for members and member shoutouts and spotlights. Join the Comic Army today.